Hello, my friends. Well, today we're talking about water. Having some difficulties getting clean water. Been using this spigot, outside spigot at my ex-wife's condo. When I visit my kids, I go there and I fill up my water container. But I don't know if I'm getting dirt from the spigot, like how it's set up, or if it's just a natural occurrence that happens when you empty your water container. So what's happening is after 2-3 weeks, that's like 23 liters. I don't use much water. At the end, if you dump it out, there's sediment and dirt, whatever that is, that comes into the container you're dumping into. And for a while I wasn't aware of that, and I was drinking it. Gross. So then about a month ago, when I first realized this, I cleaned the container out thoroughly, used vinegar, probably like a liter of vinegar. I really did a good job on it, I thought. And then, of course, 2-3 weeks later, when I ran out again, I looked at the last little bit of water in there, and yes, it was dirty. Not as dirty, but it was still not pleasant water to drink, that's for sure. Which leads me to the conclusion that I need to change my water setup. So I was just about to make some coffee, and finally reached the end of this water container, and look at all the floaties. It was a lot worse than that. I dumped it in this other cup, and I thought, oh, maybe it's just a cup, and nope, it's not. Gross. I've been drinking that for who knows how long. So this is what I drank out of this morning. Gross. See all those brown things on the bottom? That is the junk that was in my water container. So I'm cooking some dinner. Got potatoes, some broccoli, and then I add some of this green giant vegetable stuff for flavor. There's a problem with this stove. I think it's like a design flaw. See that little white thing right there? That's like, I think that's the thing that gives the spark when it first starts. And if you can see how it's white and then on the edges it's black, I think it's burning plastic, because there's no doubt that when this thing is on high, there's a strong odor of burning plastic. And never had that with a Coleman. Different design, I guess. But yeah, it seems to be a flaw. This is not on high right now. It's less than half, because otherwise these potatoes are going to boil over. But even with my door wide open, I can still smell burning plastic. Door wide open, fan is in at like speed 8, which is pretty fast. So this is a problem. Come wintertime and that door is closed, am I going to be reeked out of the burning plastic smell? That's not good. That's like, really, I'm not in favor of that chemical smell. So Mr. Static Campervan, I know you have the same stove. In fact, I got mine because yours looked pretty good. Do you have the same odor? I'm curious if Scott has the same problem with his. Let me know, buddy. Another quick issue this stove has is that it burns really hot. It's 15,000 BTUs. But compared to my standard Coleman stove that I used to have, this thing goes for way more butane. Because I'm running butane right now because I have like a whole bunch of canisters I'm trying to use up before I switch to propane. But higher heat means you're using way more gas. I mean, I used to go like 6 weeks with a canister, and now I'm going maybe half that. So I've taken to filtering my water with this coffee filter. And you're saying, what the heck are you doing that for? So there you can see some sediment that's been caught. Sediment or dirt? I don't know. Some dirt that's been caught by the filter. And I filled up my coffee cup here. And there's definitely nothing in there that I could see. Definitely not the stuff that's in that bad boy. He's been a very bad boy. Go to your room without your supper. I actually bought a new water container because I just can't deal with drinking dirt. Okay, dinner is ready. Mixed vegetables, broccoli, yada yada yada, potatoes. Simply steamed stuff. Dump that on top. Good stuff. Okay, explain this to me. This light right now is on. It's hard to tell on camera. It's dim, but it's on. Yet, there's no fuse. See that red light? That's where the fuse goes. I take the fuse out because I don't have a switch in it yet, and I'm just using it temporarily until I get my lights put on the top here. So, that's interesting. It, obviously gets way brighter when I put the fuse back in, but this tells me there must be some residual electricity flowing through here, because it makes no sense to me. Somehow it's on, but there's no connection. Alright guys, well there you have it. So I think what I'm considering doing is going to the round water bottle containers. They're like 18.9 liters, 5 gallons, I think. Because you can bring it into the store and possibly exchange it. I think Home Depot does the exchange for $6, but I don't want to pay $6. Because I think Canadian Tire, you can just wash the container out that you have and use it again for $2. The advantage being two things. They have a professional washing thing where you can wash it out. Number two, it's a transparent container, so you can actually see if there's any dirt in the bottom, and I'll be looking very closely. With these Reliance green bottles that I have, or containers that I have, I don't think you can clean it properly. I mean, one idea I had was I could stick 500 milliliters of vinegar in one container, let it sit, use the other one, and then switch them out. Dump all the old vinegar stuff out, clean it, and then use the other one. But it's only, that one's 23 liters, and a water bottle, full regular water bottles, like I said, is 19 liters, 18.9. So it's a 4-liter difference, and it's still no guarantee that it's going to be super duper clean, which is important to me. I want clean water. I don't want to be drinking mud water. Ugh. I also looked into the Life Straw. There's another one, I can't remember the name of it. But apparently people complain that they get clogged up easily. And then, it's like a $45 filter. And if that gets clogged up, I'm going to be ticked off. Because I don't like spending money on something that's just going to clog up. And you can put it in your own water bottle. They tell you what kinds. And it's an option, but I really like the idea of not having to use a filter like that if I can avoid it. And just, the Vancouver water is really good quality and clean. So I'm happy to drink the municipal water, but I need to have a clean container. Anyways, guys, that's the story. Thanks for watching, and be well, my friends.